I never thought I'd be humiliated by the woman I loved, in front of all our friends. At that dinner party, when she laughed and insulted me, she thought she'd break me. But she didn't know. That would be the night I'd take everything back, my pride, my peace, and her mask of perfection. By the time dessert was served, everyone at that table saw her true face, and she couldn't look anyone in the eye ever again. My name's Ryan, and for 3 years, I thought I had the perfect relationship with Tessa. We were that couple everyone admired, always together, always smiling. She had this charm that could light up any room, and I was proud to call her mine. We'd spend our evenings cooking together, planning trips, and talking about our future like nothing could ever break us. But somewhere along the line, I started noticing subtle changes. She became colder, not distant, just sharper. Her words began cutting deeper, but she'd laugh it off, saying, "Relax, babe, I'm just joking." At first, I brushed it off. We all tease each other sometimes, right? But I didn't know those jokes were her way of testing how much she could disrespect me, how far she could go before I snapped. It started with small digs, calling me too sensitive when I'd ask her to stop mocking me in front of friends. Then came the flirting. She'd compliment other guys at parties right in front of me, even touch their arms when she laughed. When I told her it made me uncomfortable, she'd smirk and say, "Don't be insecure, Ryan. You should trust me." The worst part? My friends noticed. One night, my buddy Mark pulled me aside and said, "Man, Tess is getting too cozy with Ben lately. Watch your back." I wanted to believe he was wrong. I needed to believe he was wrong. But deep down, I knew. I just didn't have the proof. Yet, the truth came out at a dinner party Tessa had insisted we host. She said it was just a small get-together, close friends, good food, good wine. I thought maybe it'd help us reconnect. But halfway through dinner, as the wine flowed, she started getting bolder. She began mocking me, saying things like, "Ryan still doesn't know how to pick a wine," or "He's cute when he tries to sound smart." Everyone laughed awkwardly, but she didn't stop. Then came the final blow. She looked at Ben, her friend, and said, "Some men just don't know how to keep their women interested." The whole room went silent. I saw it then. That look between her and Ben. That quick, guilty glance that said everything. My stomach dropped. My hands went cold. But I didn't react. Not yet. I waited until dessert. The tension was thick, everyone too uncomfortable to speak. Then I stood up and tapped my glass. I smiled. Calm, polite, measured. Before we finished dessert, I said, "I just want to make a toast to honesty." Everyone looked up. Tessa froze. I pulled out my phone and played a short recording, her voice crystal clear from the night before. "Tessa, Ben's different. He actually listens, not like Ryan." "Ben, then why stay with him?" "Tessa, because I like how he makes me look. He's easy." The silence was deafening. Tessa's face turned pale. Ben pushed his chair back, muttering something and heading for the door. I looked around the table and smiled. Guess I'm not that easy after all. I thanked everyone for coming and walked out, leaving her sitting there, humiliated, shaking, and speechless. For the first time in months, I felt free. Tessa tried calling me afterward. Texts, voicemails, even showing up at my door. She cried, begged, said it was a mistake. But betrayal isn't a mistake. It's a choice. And that night, she learned that humiliation cuts both ways. I moved on, slowly, quietly, but stronger. That dinner party didn't end my world. It started my new one. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't yelling or fighting back. It's letting someone expose themselves and walking away with your dignity intact. When someone tries to embarrass you to hide their own guilt, let them, because in the end, their mask will slip, and the world will see who they truly are. Karma doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes it arrives at dinner, with dessert. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more real-life stories of heartbreak, revenge, and transformation.